Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, longer delay. I think we're good there. I think we're good there. 1 second here. There we go. Okay, hopefully when I hit this button, it'll all work and nothing's broken. Ha! I think we're good. Am I in focus? Hopefully I'm in focus. I can't even see. Let me see. Can I see? How's it look? That looks okay. Hello. Can you see me? You can see me, right? We're good. Whew. Why do I have a drill here? Moving everything around. Everything's a mess. I'm very focused. That's good. I've done something I've never done, and that is used a fixed focus camera. Ooh, it's echoey. Oh man, it is echoey. I gotta fix that. What can I do to fix echoes? I need more stuff on the walls. If I'm not in focus, have another drink. Okay, we'll fix that. Enjoy some gamer subs. Use code Canuck. Delicious. I don't have anywhere to put my tools over here. So I just piled on a desk. How's focus? Focus looks good. Hello, welcome to the basement. Welcome back. It has been, we've done the odd stream down here, and the odd video in the last couple of years, but we haven't really done regular streams back in the basement. And I'm bringing it back. We are coming back to the basement. We are going to be doing more streams down here. If you've been following me on Twitch, hey, follow me on Twitch. I have a Twitch account, Nero3D on Twitch. It is the side project channel. It is the side project stuff that I normally wouldn't do on YouTube. I'm going to be doing on Twitch more. We've already done a couple streams this week, setting everything up in here. So yeah, we're still going to be using the garage, but basically, the plan is going forward with the channel. Unless I'm building, we're going to be down here for the most part. Obviously, that was the plan originally, and then I just ended up doing everything in the garage. But the plan right now is this will be the print and chill room, if I have a guest on the stream room when we do the community contest, because those are back up. If you have not entered yet for your chance, ooh, I got to fix the framing. Oh, the framing on a lot of this is going to be kind of, so the problem is if I do that, I'm going to have to make me a little smaller. There we go. Because I might be sitting. There we go. Okay. The plan is when we do the community contests, we'll be holding those down here because I'll have it all set up for guests. Basically, the garage is just going to be a workshop room. This is a studio room. Now, we still have printers. We have this printer, which just finished printing something. I have been purposely printing stuff. I printed 2 things. That is a bad place for this camera. Let's move you up here or something for now. I can move it around. There we go. Make it a little bit smaller. I've printed 2 things. We have this moai, and then we have this wolf. I picked these because you'll see why in a minute. We're going to be playing around. Prusa Slicer has a new ability now to do consistent walls. Yes, we're 1440p or 1080p only down here. 1080p only. That's because I'm not saying I'm lazy, but I don't want to have 2 completely different streaming setups. One for Twitch, one for YouTube. And Twitch does not like my super high frame rate, high bit rate upload. So we're 1080p 8 meg instead of 1440p 14. But it shouldn't really matter too much. Wow, what a difference. How's the stream look? Does it look good? So anyways, these are original. I haven't done anything to these prints. This is on a Mark IV's using whatever firmware was updated a couple weeks ago. And this is Prusa Slicer. Version of Prusa Slicer do I have on here? 2.9.2 in the 0.2 speed profile. So these prints were specifically chosen because these are prints that I think will show off what hopefully is fixed now in Prusa Slicer, and this will benefit a lot of other slicers because it's Prusa Slicer, so it's that. Yes, I'll show off the new Ludapula. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the right moment. So anyways, the reason I went with these are multifaceted prints. A lot of flat surfaces of varying lengths and distances at different heights with different print speeds. So basically, I chose these prints, boom, overhead camera. I chose these prints specifically because I knew these would show the most flaws and inconsistency. Also, I used the silk filament, specifically because silk kind of shows off those imperfections more. So you can see we have some ghosting, we have some ringing, but it's not consistent. Some surfaces are better than other surfaces. So that is kind of the plan. Okay, so that is the plan there. Look, we got a nice overhead camera, which will come in really handy when we build these on Twitch over the next couple days. So we got some goodies that we're gonna be building on Twitch over the next couple days. So if you're not following me on Twitch and you want to watch me build Gunpla, follow me on Twitch because we have some new stuff. I put them up on the shelf. Yeah, they fixed, and it's gonna be good because so many other companies, you know, instead of putting in the work, they just copy Prusa Slicer. So now when they copy Prusa Slicer in the future, they'll have the benefits, which is good. So again, these prints were specifically printed. Ooh, let's see, how far can I zoom in? These prints were specifically chosen to try and accentuate the issue as much as possible. Basically, worst case scenario, kind of worst case scenario yeah, you can see it right there. So they're both with the exact same print settings, So, let me see here. I moved all my stuff around, so I keep forgetting. There we go, that's the right button. Okay, so this is 2.9 Prusa Slicer. So now we're going to change that. So let's download the Prusa Slicer beta, I guess. I don't have a fan in this room, and I think that's gonna get annoying quick. Yeah, I gotta move that around. Prusa Slicer beta, or is it beta or alpha? Oh, wait, beta 1. Is this it? 11 days ago. So introduces 2 unique improvement: consistent surface cooling strategy. Okay. So consistent service. So I gotta download this. So this is what we're doing. I do need to get a fan down here. It is warm. Zip, I'm assuming. Download that. RC1 is out now. Oh, is it? Prusa Slicer. Does anyone have a link to it? You know what? I'm gonna run and go grab a fan quick. If you have a link to it, can you drop it in the Discord? I'm gonna go run and grab a fan because I need a fan in here because I don't have a fan in here. Give me a second. Actually, did I mute myself? I didn't mute myself. There's like no air movement in this room, and I closed the vent off because I used to print ABS in here, so I got no air conditioning in this room either. Open. There we go. Oh. When you open up a vent and like you just get hit with a blast of cool air, oh, it's so nice. It's so nice. Okay. I just dropped drill bits everywhere. That's not good. That is not good. That's just not good. And we'll just put you on low. There we go. Now I have some fin. There we go. Okay, we're back. We're back. We're back. That's the release link. Is it a release link? Okay. I moved all my buttons around on my Stream Deck. Okay. Consistent. Oh, so it is a release candidate or latest? Okay, well, we'll download this. Downloads. Extract all. And then we install that. I think the overlays are working too down here. So I'm totally going to bait and say, hey, if you want to help support the channel, content I create, and the things I do, consider becoming a channel member, Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others. Because I think the overlays are working, but the really only way to tell is if somebody does it. So let's see here. So we got 2.9.3. Okay. So this was the profile we had before. Let's load the Moai head. And now, what is it? Consistent? Wow, I can't spell. Consistent. Cooling threshold. What is it called? What is the actual feature called? Consistent surface cooling. Consistent surface and short travel acceleration. Where are these settings at? So let's look for short travel. Oh, here we go. Advanced. Is it down here? Okay. Travel short distance acceleration. Acceleration used for short travel moves. Travel distance is determined by the retract value before. So, oh, this is pretty handy. Apollo, gifted $20. Cheers and appreciate it. Blood money. Thank you. Okay, so this is cool. So you can, if you're doing, what counts as a short distance? So what that means is if you're just traveling, like if you're doing a long distance, yeah, you can ramp up your accels. But if you're just doing like an itty bitty short distance, you could tell it to do less acceleration so you don't get, it doesn't like decel real quickly. That would help probably a lot on some of these surfaces, but how much? You need to update your profiles. Do I need to update the profiles? I mean, how do we update? Configuration. Check for configuration updates. Okay. Download resources for Cocoa Press. Ooh. Also, I can do something I haven't been able to do. Are you ready? Are you ready? I can sit down on a stream now. The future is now. Okay, are we good? I think that's it. I downloaded profiles. I think we're good. Okay. Sitting isn't allowed. I know. Okay, so we have the short. Okay, so it went to 250. Okay, so I didn't set that, so it went to 250, so we'll leave that. And then what was the other setting that we need to play with? It is consistent surface cooling. So we go to filaments, cooling, consistent surface. Oh, it's on by default. Okay. So it's, other than that, I haven't changed anything. I literally used the full default profile. Cooling slowdown logic. What is that? Filaments. Cooling slowdown logic. Logic. Enable cooling slowdown logic. Where's that? Yeah, right there. Consistent surface. Okay. So now, when I send this over, it should work pretty good. And then also, boom, look at that. I have the this mobile camera, because this is supposed to be a 2-monitor stand, but I only have 1 monitor. So I have a webcam mounted on the other arm. So if I'm building something or whatever, we get a camera angle over here while I'm doing whatever. And then it's like, oh, we're printing? We're printing? Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I'm wondering if I should update. You know what? Stop. There's new firmware for this printer too. We're gonna update the firmware on the printer as well. So desktop, Prusa Connect, Sam Squinch. I know it stopped. There we go. Transfer. So we are transferring over new firmware. Heck yeah. Where's the AI assistant? Alt is literally right here on the ground. Well, not on the ground, it's on a shelf. I'm still getting everything set up down here. What I'm lacking in right now is set dressing. I gotta put some stuff on the walls, but I'm not gonna do that until we get the Gundam finished, which I have everything I need to finish the Gundam. I'm putting it together this weekend and I'm filming the video. That's one of the reasons I'm doing all this stuff in the room right now is I got to film the video for the Gundam and I need room for that. Yep, that's transferring. That's why he's wearing a Mando helmet right now. His head's over there. So anyways, finish the Gundam, film that video, and then I can start figuring out where I'm putting stuff. And also, we need to do some CAD work because I need to put some crown molding up. We're gonna be fancy AF with pinkies out and put crown molding around the top. We're gonna design crown molding. It's gonna be 3D printing. It's gonna be 3D printing. It's gonna be 3D printed. And because we're cool like that, it's gonna have RGB. It's gonna be RGB'd. RGB crown molding. Why does it take so long to transfer the file for the update? Why does that take so long? Prusa servers are slow. What about an LED light box or your logo? We could do something like that, but the thing is, I have this nice long strip of RGB lighting. Let me grab it out from under here. Haha. Let me drop it on the ground, hopefully not break it. And haha. So I have this really long strip of RGB lighting. That's all tangled right now. How do you tangle up RGB lighting? Seriously, who throws a shoe? Anyways, I got this really cool strip of RGB lighting. That's all different colors, and I can change it and make it do different stuff and whatnot. So anyways, long story short, we're gonna print some crown molding and install it in that, and we're gonna run it around the ceiling. So it'll hopefully act kind of like rear accent lighting, and then I can also turn it like white mode and use it for studio lighting when I'm doing studio stuff. So that is the plan with that. So did I get my camera? I did. Look, we have a proper actual. This is a Canon M200. So this is the overhead cam. So here we will do, while I wait for this firmware to transfer and install. Actually, here, is it done? Okay, it's done. Oh, here we go. Flash. Confirm. There we go. Okay, that's flashing. So while that firmware is updating, let's do an unboxing. Let's do an unboxing. See how the camera works for unboxings. So this is a Display Craft Tools ultra fine single blade nipper for plastic models. And this is my Jerry Rig everything knife. That's not in focus. Focus. Focus, 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 you. There we go. Jerry Rig everything knife. You know, you can buy this exact knife at like Home Depot. this. How does this open? How does this open? Ooh. So just for comparison, do I have a set of nippers somewhere? I do. These are the came with the printer specials that I'm sure you have dozens of. Why is there 2 boxes? Oh my god. I do want to give a shout out to Apulo because he sent me these. He didn't need to, he just didn't like what I was using to build what I was building. They come with a holder. Thank you for choosing Display. How are you supposed to pronounce that? Display products. And then, like, there's a little. Is this where you're supposed to store them in? And then you have a case here. How do I open the case? Ooh. Oh, these are. They have an over travel screw. So, with a lot of fancy flush cutters, if you squeeze them too tightly, you can mar up the actual cutting edge. So you actually have a set screw right there. You can see the little set screw by my left finger right there. So you have an adjustable set screw that basically makes it so that you can set how closed you close these. So this way, like you literally can you could adjust it so that it can't open or it can't close all the way if you're like, I don't know what this little nubbin is. There's like a little nubbin on the side here sticking out. I don't know what that is. And I think you can store it in here and be all fancy like, oh yeah, look at that. Okay. This nipper is designed for plastic models only, not suitable for cutting metal pieces. ABS resin and plastic runners over 3mm in diameter. And the single blade design gives you excellent cutting for plastic sprues. 58 to 64 Rockwell. Ooh la la. So fancy. Cool. Very cool. So I'm gonna put this back in its little case because, yeah, that's cool. Massively overkill, but that is really cool. Okay, let's get printingly. Okay, so let's print the Moai. So same print time. Set ready, print now. So we got new firmware on there. We got the newest Mark 4S firmware, and we're using the newest profile, and this way we can do an A/B comparison between the two. I don't think I need any of this thing. Craft Tools STA 3.0. That's cool. You will notice a difference. You know what? We're gonna check it right now. Let's test this right now. So, thanks to, I want to give a shout out to Canadian Border Service Agency, who deemed it fit to ensure that my Goof Custom was opened, to ensure that it was indeed holding plastic parts. Why are there screws in here? Actually, I should make sure the stickers are all in here too and whatnot. Oh yeah. I think this one's from like the 90s. 2001. This is a 2001 gunplug kit. I'm assuming it's newer than that, but it's, oh geez. Oh wow. Oh, that is cool. They actually give you some like illustrations of it. That's really cool. That's really cool. Anyways, we'll go through all that when we actually build it. But let's actually open a part. And let's cut the guy out. Let's cut the guy out. Let's cut the guy out and see how it fares. So this is our pilot. I can't believe there's a freaking case for these. Okay, so we'll cut out his backside with the came with the printer special. Okay, well, I mean, this is really soft plastic. Okay, so that came out, and you could see little nubbins focus. A little slow on the autofocus, but you can see little nubbins. Okay, so now we'll see what apparently $50 gets you for a set of nippers. Oh my god, these are so much better. This is so... you don't even feel it cutting. You don't even feel it cutting. Like, they just straight up... It just goes right through. Like... Like, you're still gonna have to trim. But legit, like, hot knife through butter. Like, legit hot knife through butter. Look at this dude. Focus, focus, focus on the face. You got face focusing. Come on, Canon. There you go. Look at that dude. Look at that dude. Okay. You can watch the printer print. Okay. You can hang out with the Gundams for now. Yeah, this is like hot knife through butter. And it doesn't mush it. Like, it's just a straight flush cut versus like pinching it, like the other one. So I get it. I get it. Well, yeah, it's probably interested in the box of parts because it's all shiny. What scale are these anyways? Are they 1/100? Or are they... What scale is this? Doesn't say. Master grade. Oh, it is 1/100. Okay. Yeah, it is 1/100. So just for reference, those little guys up here, this is 1/144. Those kits are 1/100. This is 1/10. With the Mando helmet. Also, there's like no lighting. It's such a dark corner back here. Also, I think I'm gonna paint the wall. We need to figure out what color I'm painting the wall. Chat, what color am I painting the wall? What color am I painting the wall? Oh shoot, I got live top chat on. Let me turn live chat on. I'm sorry, I'm missing some chat here. Andrew Rogers, $9.99 for the Friday fun. It is Friday. Yay. Do I have a marker? I should have a marker somewhere. I gotta go through all this and clean it all up. Everything's kind of a mess right now. Seriously, I gotta have markers somewhere. How do I not have a marker? They're all in the garage. See, this is the downside now of having two separate work areas. I have this room, and then I have the garage. And the point is, I don't want to do work down here, but occasionally I do have to do work, like Allen key stuff. And I don't have markers down here. That'll do. A white marker, but it'll do. I just want to put a mark on these so I know which one's which. green for green. I have a collapsible green screen. So if I need, oh wow, my head is really cut off. There we go. If I need to do green screen stuff, I have a green screen. I have like a pulled up green screen that I use when I stream on the PC. If I need a green screen. So I could do green screen stuff already. So, some Gundam Hue Forges. I have a couple Hue Forges. I don't know how I'm gonna set up a wall. That's the only thing. I'm thinking not put anything on this side that sticks out too far, because this is like the side I enter and exit. So I'm gonna be moving around more over here. Like, especially if I'm doing like a printer unboxing or something. I'm gonna be over here more. So anything I put on this wall needs to be pretty flat. So an RGB sign or whatever, like that would be this wall. I have the shelf here, but it's just at an angle, so you don't really see it. Oh, I can move the shelf. Like, I got the shelf here that's got printers on it and whatnot. That's kind of at an angle. And stuff is going to move slightly, but this side, I think I can put like shelving here. And then I got to figure out about this, because I got to cover up the window, because I got to move my rep box out, and I got to move a bunch of stuff. Like right now, the XL is right there on that shelf. So. But I do need to do some Hue Forges. What I actually do want to do, actually, I saw this. Prusa tweeted this out just before I went live. Shoot. Ooh. Where is it? This. So Printables has been working with a couple companies, like video game companies lately. They just put out some stuff from Cyberpunk, but they now have like, this is pretty cool. So I think they're actually like working directly with these companies to actually get like the legit files. So this is a Borderlands 4. Like, I'll be honest, I'm not a big Borderlands person. But this is the file if you want to do a like Hue Forge, or not a Hue Forge, but a thing. So yeah, you could just like, there's Zuza printing it on his XL. So what we might do tomorrow on the tomorrow night stream, we might get this printing. I might, because I got to finish setting up the XL and everything. So we might do this on tomorrow's stream, I'm thinking maybe. Bottles from Fallout. That would be cool too. That would be cool too. Like, hit up, like, because I think they have, there's a few other companies they have worked with, I think. There's that. Cyberpunk, they just did that. Yeah, they have Cyberpunk models. I think the Cyberpunk models are like... Oh, this is right on the front page too. That's cool. That would be fun to print. I'm going to print one of these and put it on the wall. Because I think I'm going to put the helmets on the wall as well. Or some of the helmets on the wall. What about a mosaic on Hue Forge? You could do that. I want to do like everyone does, you know, hexagons are the bestagon, but everyone does hexagons. So we need, hexagons are too mainstream, man. We need something more niche. We can't be doing hexagons anymore. Everyone's done hexagons. Also, I gotta find a spot for my, totally legitly acquired and not stolen off an RCMP vehicle in Nunavut Polar Bear license plate. Because here in Canada, we do have Polar Bear license plates up in Nunavut. So, I totally didn't check that off an RCMP vehicle. Put more storage. Well, it's not going to be storage. It's going to be display. It's going to be display. By the way, how does the camera everything work? Like, how's it all looking? Because unfortunately, the way I have it up with my monitors, I can't see my live preview. I'm only seeing OBS. I think it looks pretty good on the OBS, but I don't know how it looks on actual YouTube. I'm hoping it's not being bit crunched too much. So, what are they gonna do, arrest you? I don't know. This was like 11 years ago. And to be fair, the car was destroyed, so. Looks kind of gray. What color should I want to repaint my back wall. Like, the walls in the garage are like a dark gray. I kind of want to repaint these to like something different, because this is a lighter gray than what's in the garage. But I kind of want to do something a little different, but I don't know what. Tiny bit washed out. Yeah, also the lightings are kind of, like, if you want to know the lighting, I literally have a ceiling LED light, like, sideways over here. Like, if you want to see bad lighting, this is without the random thrown up LEDs I have. You can make it brighter. Brighter. Hit me with the sun. There we go. There we go. Is that better? That's too bright. There we go. And then you gotta wait for the white balance to fix itself. Well, there will be lighting up top. So the plan is up top here. I talked about it on the Twitch stream. Actually, that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna do some CAD stuff while this prints. So while this is printing, we're going to be doing some CAD stuff because I needed to design RGB lighting crown molding, because we do be cool like that. We do be cool like that. That RGB crown molding. Planter 2. Oh yeah, the set is intentionally barren right now because I can't really do anything until I finish building the Gundam, because I got to figure out where everything goes. Like, for example, like, it doesn't have the backpack on it, so it leans back a little bit, but like the arms stick out to like here. So like this whole area is used up by the Gundam. And obviously the head is the head, but that's not the head. I'm not going to go crazy with the RGB lighting like that, because I'll be honest, I find it a bit distracting. That's just me. Newer. I really wish Newer reached out to me a little while ago. And they're like, hey, do you want to collab? And I replied, and then they never actually replied. What is foot plate? Oh. Okay, I gotta go through here and delete a bunch of this stuff. Okay, that's that. I gotta keep that. What is... okay, this is... how do I delete? What do you mean this item? Freaking Fusion. I have a bunch of stuff I gotta get rid of. And it's like, delete. Yes, delete. Okay. Oh, I have to like, okay, so let's select this guy because I'm not going to use him. Okay, delete. What do you mean it's in use? It's read only. Okay. Okay, I can't. Okay, read only. Oh wait, I could just turn it to read only mode. There we go. There we go. Delete. There we go. Okay. Yeah, you don't need to delete, just deactivate. I know, but these are things I'm not going to ever use again, so. Okay, so now let's do some CAD work. So the printer's printing printingly. So what I need to do is CAD. So what's the plan? So the plan is I have that strip of RGB lighting, okay? And the idea is to have sort of a diffuser that goes along the whole top corner of the back of my set here, okay? So it's just at a camera angle here, so you can't really see it, but essentially like the top corner where the wall is, right? So the idea is to do basically a triangle print that goes all the way around the top. I'll either screw it on or VHB it on or whatever. And the idea is have it 2 parts. So have the rear part and then have the front part be a diffuser you could swap out. And then I could put this strip of LEDs in there. So that way we get some nice corner lighting, accent lighting. We get a little back lighting, but it shouldn't be too aggressive. So it won't like interfere with anything. Like it shouldn't be too aggressive. Check out Andy Hewitt Creations. I will check that out. We'll check that out. I think that's the one somebody linked me earlier. Andy or somebody. Creations. I think this is what I saw. Yeah, somebody linked this on the Discord earlier. So this is cool and all, but I don't want it like this. Okay? I don't want it to be on the wall. I want it up in the corner so you don't see it. I want you to see the light come down from it, and it'll look cool if it is in a camera angle, but it's like, it should be like, I don't want the lights actually in frame, because like, here is where the camera cuts off, and this is about 6 inches from the ceiling, okay? So I want the lights like about here. I find it distracting. I find movement in the background distracting, and that's me. So the idea is to basically have a strip of lights go around the top out of frame. So you see the light bleed down and reflect, but you don't actually see the lights. That's kind of the idea. Although I probably could, you would see them if I tilt the camera up ever so slightly. It's like just out of frame. So. Okay, actually, I need to grab a pro tip for those doing CAD work. Keep a scale with you. Have a ruler or a scale with you whenever you're doing CAD work. So that way you can easily like get a size reference. So like, how big do I want these to be? Okay, I don't know, 60 mil seems about right. 60 mil seems about right. So that's gonna stick out 20 mil and then 60, so that's 80 mil. Okay, like something like that. Okay, back to CAD stuff, I'm gonna try doing something I should have been doing, but I've never done, which is mirroring something. So design one side and then mirror it. So. Wait, no, that ain't gonna work. Oops, yeah, what'd I do? That ain't gonna work. Because this gotta come off this way. This needs to be flat across, because this is gonna be in the corner. So this is a 45. So that needs to come in like that. So that's gonna be 90, yeah. That's gonna be fun to print. How am I gonna print that? How do I do, if I want to capture, Because the idea would be to have the panel be flat. How can you tell I used to work in a machine shop? Very carefully. Probably the fact that I also have a bunch of metal still embedded in my hands from those days. Because I want it to print flat on the bottom. So if I have, I mean, I could have it come out a little bit. Come up on like an angle. Just to make it a little, how am I gonna do this? So let's do this. No, that's not what I wanted. Fine. No. Offset. No. Okay, so that is that. So if that is that, and then we have that on the other side, how do I make it, how do I put a little notch here so that I can have a slot come in? I mean, I could just print it vertically and then not have to worry about it at all. I could just print it vertically and then I wouldn't have to worry about this kind of geometry at all. We'll do that. We'll just print it vertically. We'll just print it vertically, and then I don't have to worry about any fancy things. Okay, we'll just hacky butcher this. No. Actually, no. How far is that? That's 3. 6 mil. Oh, do 3 mil. No. See that? I don't like that. 4 mil. There we go. I don't like how thin that is. And then 3 mil, because the panel's gonna be pretty thin. There we go. Can you just delete that? Well, I guess I can just do this. There you go. So that is half of it. And then you just index in your panel there and slide it in and boom, bang, done. Boom, bang, done. Right? So now how do I mirror this? How do I mirror this? Because I've never actually mirrored mirror. Select objects, Control A. Okay, so Control A. Select all that. Mirror. Mirror line, select. Oh, I have to draw a line. Okay, mirror line. There we go. And I'll just delete that. Booyah. So now I can delete that. That. Screwed. How long is this? Basement looks bigger. It's because you are literally looking right across the room. Every time I've done anything in this room in the past, you were looking at it from like 4 feet, whereas this camera is in one corner and this is the other corner. So this is like the longest view you've had in this room for a long time. Do I have a tape measure? I should have a tape measure. Oh, I think it's in the garage. I gotta go get it. See, this is the problem with having 2 different rooms and doing all this stuff in 2 different rooms. Let me go get a tape measure. Oh, wait. one right here. Saw an index video this week, but I can't wait for Form Next. Dude, I can't wait. I'm hoping I can go to Form Next. I gotta talk to some companies to see if I get a sponsor or something. So that is 50 inches. That's 50 inches that way, which is, I don't know, what's 50 inches in proper units? Okay, Google, what is 50 inches in millimeters? 1,270, okay. So that's a bit long. That's right, I keep forgetting I have a Google Home out here. Okay, what's going on? We are doing CAD work. Should I make this bigger? This is 5 millimeters thick. That's pretty thin. I want to make this thicker. I'm gonna make this thicker. Or actually, I'll just do this. Make it thicker. Offset 5 mil. There we go. Okay. There we go. That's a bit beefier. Okay. Ooh. That's not what I want. There we go. So extrude 250 millimeters. There we go. So the idea for this being flat is because most basements, if you're like mine, are built like shite and nothing is square. So we have a little bit of room back here for whatever, right? Is that 45? That's not 90 degrees. How did I fuck this up? Is that 90 degrees? That's not 90, is that 90 degrees? It should be 45 and 45. So that's, no, that's right. I'm just an idiot. I'm just an idiot. Yeah, that's 90. I think this just threw me off. Anyways, so this is flat, so I could stick on the LEDs, okay? Because the LEDs are sticky. So this will allow me to stick on the strip of LEDs in here. I should design some zip tie holders. Should I put some zip tie hold? The tape should stick. The double-sided tape is pretty good, right? Bump that down a bit. Extrude. A little bit. Oh wait, that won't work. No, that'll work. That'll work. How much is that gap anyways? Inspect. 3 mil, right? Yeah, 3 mil. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Holes for screws. Yeah. Yeah. Now that's pretty easy. The thing with holes for screws is it's going to depend a lot on, like, yeah, it's 16 inches on spacing for most places, or I could just VHB this up. I might just VHB it. I might just VHB it. But what I could do is I'll just put 2 holes in. That way, at least you can kind of throw some drywall screws in just to have it bite and help along with the VHB. So this way you can VHB it on, but then also put like 2 drywall screws in to just kind of hold it in place. Because the thing is, I have no idea how the spacing for the studs are in this wall. Like when I was putting up the ceiling mount for the camera, nothing is even. Everything's a mess down here. The previous owner, I think they built like some of the walls in this basement out of 2x2s, and they're like this. So I'm not gonna be looking for studs. Put it that way. I'm not gonna waste my time looking for studs. So let's just do this. Let's just do this. That, boom. Okay, there. Circle, where's the center? There's the center. Do 4.5 millimeters. There we go. Where's the center of this? Can you tell me where the center of this is? Circle, center of that. Center, there it is. 4.5, there we go. Delete. That one. Screwed. Negative 99. Now we have some holes so you can easily mount it. You can also use backside as a joining reference for the next section to create joining blocks. You could do, like, here's the thing. I'm just going to have them butt up against each other. There's like, I know there's a ton of stuff you can do to have them stick together. Like, technically, like, I could print probably most of this on my Venture XL and get 600 millimeter segments, right? But the thing is, I know not everyone can do it. So I'm designing it for like 250, because most printers can print 250 in either the X, the Y, or the Z. So 250, I think, is a pretty common enough size. And then if you have a bigger printer, you can easily just stretch it if you need to or whatever. Like, that's kind of the idea, is basically just stretch it or load two of them, merge them together, boom, there's a 500 millimeter segment. And that's probably what I'll end up doing, is printing these on my Venture XL at 500 millimeter segments. So I'll just merge two of them together and print them long, essentially. Yeah, and you can just put tape. Like, this is mostly going to be out of camera, and also it's going to be this far away. Like, you see the Gundam? Can you see all the print imperfections in the Gundam back here? That's how far away it's going to be. Like, you're not going to be getting up close to it. And then also, I'll design the panels to be like slightly different. Like, not good to stretch on the holes. Well, if the holes stretch, then that's just more adjustment for the hole, right? You now the holes are slotted now. They just become slotted holes. There's not a lot of weight on this. Like, put a strip of VHB, push it up against the ceiling, and then just put some screws in from the side to hold it against the wall, and you're good to go. That's like legit my plan. This is a total hack job. This is a total hack job. That's the idea, basically. Like, this is just something to quickly fab up. Okay, how sticky is the tape? That is the question I need to figure out. Oh, by the way, I think I forgot to mention, enter for your chance to win some Polymaker filament. Every stream, we give away a spool of Polymaker filament at the end of stream. So enter for your chance now, because the giveaway is going to be at the end of stream. So I need a bare print. Oh, here we go, Petchi. Is this Petchi? I think this is Petchi. So it really sucks because I gotta like unspool it all the way to the end, just to see how sticky this is. And how much of this do I have? I have quite a, oh, that should be enough. Yeah, oh yeah, that should be enough to cover the corner. Countersink the holes for screw. Good idea. Good idea. Let's just see how sticky this is. Just see how sticky this is. So peel a little bit of it off on this end. It'll be sacrificial. Dang it! I'm peeling off. I'm not peeling off. I'm peeling off the tape, not the backer. Come on, come on. Come on. There we go. Okay. So how sticky is this tape? Oh, this ain't going anywhere. Like this. Forgot to ping everyone on Discord. Oh shoot. Oh yeah, this is stuck. Yeah, this is stuck. This will hold. Yeah, that'll hold. Okay, 1 second. Let me at everyone on Discord because I forgot. Oh no. Do I have a link to the stream? I should probably have a link to the stream. Copy. I'm live and forgot to at everyone. There we go. Send now. There we go. Although I'll be honest, I've noticed it actually doesn't really like adding everyone on Discord, going on Twitter and Blue Sky and doing like, hey, I'm live right now. I'll be honest, I've forgotten it a couple times lately, and I don't think it's really affected much. Like, I don't think it's really affected much. So. Okay, so yeah, so sticking this on will work. Sticking this on will work. So let's wind this back up now. Wind. And I have 2 strips of these. Yeah, basement stream. I didn't plan on streaming down here today. It's just I kind of wanted to check and make sure that the setup was, I still had everything set up for a YouTube stream. And since we were playing around with new Prusa stuff, it didn't matter where I was streaming today because we're just doing printing to see how it holds up. So I figure, you know what, we'll stream down here. I got the new setup. We'll see how it works, and we'll go from there. And sure enough, it seems to work. Of course, everything's covered in dog hair already. There we go. So we got that, and then there's a little controller to control this. So, like, these are pretty cool LED strips. So that is good there. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure that was PETG that I was sticking to, so. How's this print looking compared to, you know, here, if you want to know what it's comparing to, there's that guy. I think it looks a bit better. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. Okay. So back to my hackery of CAD skills. So we got to countersink these. Modify champ fio. Too much. They have been chamfered. So now you can stick stuff in there. So how big is the actual gap that I need to close? So inspect, we're gonna go from here to here. So that is 103.782. So around, allow room for float. So 103, so 103 millimeters. And then how much? And that's 4 millimeters. So if we go like 102.5 millimeters, there it'll still, like, I want it so that I just don't want to make it size for size. So if I do about a millimeter undersize, that should be pretty good. So if we go bang on like 102.75. 102.75 should be pretty good, right? I think that works. So now line rectangle. Okay, so this is 250 by 102.75. So millimeter clearance. Give it a bit. Add a clip so it doesn't matter if the adhesive fails. I could do that. The thing is, I just want it to be very quick and easy. Like I don't want this to be like I want this to be quick and easy. What are we making? I want to put some RGB accent lighting in the top corner along the back here. So I'm just designing a channel to install it in with some diffusers, essentially. So it's honestly, we're not being fancy at all here. Like this is meant to be pretty, so that's 3 mil. Like this is meant to be a pretty simple setup. So that is 3 mil. So if that's 3 mil, extrude 2.75. There we go. Okay. Nope. Give me back my sketch. Rude. So how thick does it need to be a proper diffuser? Because I skimmed through that video from that you guys were talking about earlier with that one person who does the modeling. And I skimmed through it. And I think they said, if I remember correctly, it's like you print at like 0.1 layer height and you have like the first layer is white and then you use clear after that, if I remember correctly. Do 1 millimeter white PETG. Is it white or clear? 3 layers, so 0.6 millimeters. So that would be 0.6 millimeters with the first layer being white, and then any uses 0.3 white. So it's just pure 0.3 white, and then that's it. So 0.3 millimeters of white, and then that's it. Oh, I see. So he does 0.3 millimeter white, and then whatever color after. Okay, so let's see here. So if we go 0.3 white, and then another, so we'll do 0.8 millimeters. And then a pattern. So 0.3 white, 0.2, 0.2 for 2 layers. Because I want quite a bit of, or we'll do 3 layers. Are the LEDs already diffused? Kind of. Here, let me grab them. Let me grab the LEDs on here so you guys can actually see what I'm talking about. It's funny, I go all the way to China, and the only electronic thing I buy is a strip of LEDs. Literally, go all the way to China, and the only thing I buy is a strip of LEDs. Where's the plug? There's the plug. Okay. So these are the LEDs. The white balance is going to be completely blown out on this camera. So you can do different modes. But they, as you can see, they already kind of have this like diffused panel on them. So, the white balance is trying. The white balance is trying. But they do have like a diffused film on it already. So I think 1 mil is probably fine. That seems about right. I don't want too much light. I'm gonna use clear. So I'll do 1 layer of white and then the rest clear, I think. Seems like the good option. So 0.3 and then 0.2, 0.2. So if it's 0.3, 0.2, 0.2, so that's 5, 6, 7. So 0.7, 0.9. We'll go 0.9 millimeters. So negative 0.9 meters. Okay. And then we need to figure out a pattern. So here is the conundrum. Hexagons are the bestagons, but everyone and their grandma does hexagons, so we're not doing hexagons. So what I'm thinking, where's the middle? Where's the middle? Okay. So offset, we'll do offset 2.5. Offset 5. So we'll do 5 millimeter strips. What's the center of this guy? Okay. 2.5. Offset -5. Offset 5 or 2.5. Offset -5. Okay. You'll see what I'm doing in a second. You'll see what I'm doing in a second. Delete. Ah. I just want to delete that line. There we go. Delete that line. Delete that line. There we go. Okay. So now, let's see here. The idea is that I have 3 lines and they start and end in the same spot. So then this way you can just kind of, you'll see. Okay, so let's do 40 mil. Where'd that line go? Line. 40 mil. degrees. That. Oh, of course he won't carry the same angle. Can you extend these lines? How do you extend these lines? I want to extend it to there. There we go. There we go. What? Why? What the heck? Okay, that don't work. I'm trying to be artistic here. Trying to be artistic. I'm trying to think of a pattern. Where they all start and stop in the same 3 spots. Like I basically have 3 lines and I want them to like go like, you know, a racetrack. But I want it so that you can basically like, it repeats per segment. So they all start and stop at the same. So it like goes da 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 da. But I guess as long as they all start and stop at the same, it makes sense. Well, I kind of want it like the cyberpunky lines. Like, let me see if I can find a reference here. Let me see if I can find this. Like, kind of like cyberpunky. Like, cyberpunk lines. Images. Like, something kind of like this kind of thing. Or, like, imagine a segment that just repeats. That's kind of the idea. I want it to be like a repeating pattern. But something that I can easily sketch up. Because essentially I want it so that I can like flip it around too. So actually, so that's why I'm thinking like if I do 3 lines, or actually I could just do 2 lines. We'll do 2 lines, and as long as they meet at the top. No, that's not a good idea. How would I do this? You would need like 4 lines, I think. I'm just trying to think. You could draw a line by DNA chain. This is why I don't do a lot of CAD, especially on Ask ChatGPT. We don't do clanker shit here. We brute force our way, and we rely on random people on the internet yelling ideas. That's how we do it here. Also, I don't pay for ChatGPT. Okay. I mean, I could just do random shit. We'll just do random shit. 45, 90, 135, right? 135. 35. Step 5. There you go. I'm just going to draw a bunch of random shit, and then we'll just, you know, figure it out. I'll go there. Whatever. 35. So 5. Negative 5. Yeah. So we come down. We got that. We got that. Got that. Got that. We got that. Got that. We got that. Something, I don't know. So we come, so we start there, 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 there. Something like that. I don't know. That doesn't look like no random, there's no symbols here. Nobody's seeing no hidden, the guys who are really antsy about grammar, right? And then this way you can like flip it or whatever. Like kind of like a Star Wars, yeah, like the Star Wars light pattern. Just basically something kind of generic to have a little pattern. I'm just trying to think. And then you could flip it around. So you can just kind of have the other one be like this. And then they just repeat. It's a repeating pattern. Like this works, this works. And then we just extrude that. We'll just do another 0.2, 0.4, do 0.6, 0.6. There we go. Or negative 0.6, negative 0.6. There we go. So that went the wrong way. Shoot. Boom. Ah, shoot. Ah, what am I doing? What am I doing? There we go. Extrude 0.6. There we go. And then just print a bunch of these. And then I could just do some sort of like other pattern in here. But you know what? That's good enough. That's good enough. So we have this one that prints like this. And then we have the other one, and then we just print a bunch of those. So there we go. Easy peasy. Be clever. Be cleaver. Cleaver. There we go. Okay. I will print this on a printer because I don't have any printers plugged in out here. The only printer I have out here is this guy. So, yeah. Pistol, yeah, whatchamacallit. Like, this is meant to just be a diffuser, right? Like, this is just a random diffuser, and I've just put a random pattern in it just to have a random pattern in it. Just to break it up a bit. So you can have it repeating, you can have it reversed, you can whatever. Just a pattern. Okay. Now we watch the print. But yeah, don't forget, if you haven't yet, every month, or this month, we are doing a challenge on the Discord. So if you want a chance to win some free filament, free merch, and maybe some other cool prizes, join the Discord and check out the challenge channel. It's quite simple. Literally, all you need to win this is a 3D printer and 50 grams of filament. Literally, just a 3D printer and 50 grams of filament. You do not need much to win this. Just enter, and that's it. It's quite simple. Print something, enter it, and then we'll go through it all. And then that's another reason I have this room set up down here, is for this kind of stuff. So we can do this stuff down here. So let's, do I have clear filament? I have clear filament, but I think it's in the garage, which means it's probably wet, unfortunately. Yeah, it's in the garage, which means it's probably wet. So I'm gonna have to try it, unfortunately. What is this? PHA. What is PHA filament? PHA. I have PHA. What do you use PHA for? I don't think I've ever used PHA. Why do I even have PHA? That's PLA. What is PHA used for? Fa? What is Fa? How much white filament do I have? You are PLA. PLA. Support. Why do I have so much bamboo white? Why do I have bamboo white? Bamboo PLA white? No, we'll figure it out. Okay, what color am I painting the wall? Okay, class. I want to paint this wall. It's a gray, but it's not a really dark gray. It's actually a pretty light gray. It just looks dark because there's no lighting. So, like, let's see if what we can get. Let's see what we get. We're gonna simulate the lighting. This is gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Why am I doing this? I am so dumb for doing this. This is not gonna work good. This is gonna be a complete disaster, and I'm probably gonna knock over shit. But, yo. Why am I doing this? 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 Okay, we go there for now. I need something heavy. Oh, of course I put the heavy stuff away while I'm holding something. I don't have anything heavy I can put this on. Oh, wait. Save me, Prusa. You're my only hope. There we go. There we go. Hanging on the Prusa. Okay. Ha. Wow, that's horrible. So I can make it brighter. I can just go pure white. So this is what I mean by pure white. So this is like kind of what you'll see. It'll just be, oops. So, oh my God, this is a horrible idea. This was a why did you let me do this? Why did you let me do this? But yeah, essentially it'll be like up here. So you'll see a little bit of it coming down, but not a lot. That was a horrible idea. Why'd you let me do this? Oh, geez. Who was that? Suker Junk. Okay. Cheers and appreciate for 20 gifted memberships. Cheers. Thank you. That was a bad idea. But these do put off a decent amount of light. It's mostly just going to be accent lighting. Like, I don't think there's going to be a ton of lighting. What I might do is also the interior of the raceway. I'll put some aluminum tape. Ooh. Look at me. Just chilling, vibing, pondering my orb. Just, you know. Just sitting here, pondering my orb. Need better colors if I'm going to ponder the orb. Where did I put the remote? Where did I put the remote? My pocket. Where did I put the remote? Seriously, where did I put the remote? Class? Who saw me put the remote down? Where did I put the remote? This is the remote for the main lights. That's my lav. No, seriously, where did I put the remote? I what the heck? I put it on the shelf? How do I do this live with like hundreds, like, I got like 200 people watching and nobody saw where I put the remote? Is it under the lights? No? Out of my pockets. Not on the ground. Is it on the Gundam? Not on the Gundam. What the heck? How did I lose the remote? I turned it on to my left. Where? Not this remote. This remote is for the studio lights. This is a studio light. Did I drop it on the floor? Oh, I did! I did! And it fell face down, so it was black. There we go. There we go. Can this do... Ooh, it's a bit warm. One second. Let's see if I can do something. Already got enough lights under here. Wait. See if I can. Trying to hold it. Ready? I'm Iron Man. Okay, that is pretty cool. That's a pretty cool effect. Like, not gonna lie, that is pretty cool. There's the red lights. Like, that actually is, like, pretty chill. It's not chill, it's warm. That's pretty cool. And then you could just do, like, red, green, blue, white. I wish there was a way to set it for, like... I think auto just goes through all the colors. I wish there was a way to set it for a specific color. But, there we go. Okay, so it is a little warm. It's a little on the warm side. Okay, back to printing, because this is why we're here. Also, somehow this moved, so I don't want to lose this guy. There we go. Sneaky, you can see him hiding. There you go. I'm not doing an Iron Man suit. I've done a Mando suit. I'm working on a power armor suit, and I've got a 6-foot Gundam behind me. That's enough. Well, these are, they do have, I don't know exactly what kind of RGB LEDs they are. They do have 3 wires. So we have, I don't know, there's like 3 wires. Remote control 5 to 24 volts. But these are 12 volt LEDs. So run them at 12 volts. They are relatively warm. They are relatively warm. They are 720 LEDs mRGB. What does mRGB mean? What does mRGB mean? Is the Gundam staying as you have it, like a kit? Oh, yeah, the Gundam's staying as is. Once it's built, it's pretty much just going to chill back here, just as set dressing. Like, I'm going to shove it into the corner as far as I can to get a little bit more room. It's right behind me, like, it's right there. I've got about 3 feet from the chest to the table. This table might move out a little bit more once I get the bigger desktop comes in, because right now this is a little bit on the smaller side for desktop. So this is, I ordered a bigger desk to put, or top to put on here, so I get a little bit more room. No, not mega, Wega. It begins with a W. It's WRGB. So there's that. I'll have some proper backlighting with these LEDs, and then I might put something else on the side. I might get a neon sign or something. There's a few like Temu sites that'll make like custom neon signs. So I might get something like that made, I think. Because, I don't know, I was watching a Cold Ones and they got a bunch made, and I'm like, oh, those actually look kind of cool. Oof. That's going to be a long print. We're going to get this going on tomorrow's stream. Live, laugh, loud. Basically, something like that. Wow. But yeah, 2.5 day print. Okay. Do my logo in a HueForge and put it in a light box? I could do that. The thing is, my logo, I mean, my logo's pretty flat for a HueForge. My logo as a HueForge would be kind of boring because there's no blending of colors. It's all flat colors. Like, I mean, I think I could just pull in the logo as is into Prusa Slicer as an image. Logo, view large icons. Oh, that's the old logo. Network. Activity. Logo. Yeah, like the channel logo is just straight up, just like there's no blending at all. So a HueForge of this you don't need a HueForge for this. You literally just need, you need what? You need black. Well, there's too many colors. So there's green, red, brown, black, blue, white, and then skin color. So there's too many colors for a like a 5-color print. What I could do is print it in multiple different colors, like individual parts, and glue it together. You could do something like that. I believe I have an SVG of the logo, I think. 3D logo. Oh, that's the old logo. That's the old logo. Yeah, that's the old logo. I thought I had an SVG. I have a, yeah, no, that's the old logo. I thought I had an SVG of the new logo. Oh. What if you did the image recolor the green background? Oh yeah, there's a bunch of different ways you could do it. I might just do like another, like, how in the garage I have the maple leaf on the back wall. Ooh, the print's almost done. Print is almost done, so we can do a comparison here in a minute. Multiple shades. Yeah, you can do that. Like there are ways to do it. I gotta figure it out. Print's done. Is this pressing? Yeah, we're playing around with the new slicer from Prusa. So let's take a looky-loo here at what we got. Head. Boom. And let me bring my camera over here so I can actually see what I'm looking at. Okay. So this one right here is the original one. Can we focus? Focus. Focus. There we go. So this is the original one. Printed with, this is 2.9.2 with the default settings, the 0.2 speed profile with silk PLA. I specifically chose this because I want it to look the worst. A shiny silk PLA with speed settings, you're probably gonna get like the most artifacting. So that's that. And then this is consistent surface. So this is 2.9.3. Oh, come on. Now you don't want to focus. 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 There you go. Focus. There you go. So this is old. This is new. How much is there much of a difference? I'm trying to catch them in the same light. They look pretty similar. Trying to find. Okay, maybe this will. I think it's a little better, but it's hard to say. Like I'm trying to catch them in the same light to try and. Yeah, there isn't much difference there. Like yeah, it does. Maybe it does look a bit better. It's very close. It's still visible, but it is a bit better. How's the top look? Those are the same. What about the overhang for the nose? Okay, let me actually look at them with my own eyes. They are damn near close. If anything, like, I don't know how well it shows up on camera. If anything, the surface on this does look a little bit more consistent. There's less, like, random little bumps and whatnot. But it is... It's hard to tell, because, like, if the light hits them exactly the same, like, literally holding it like this, and holding it like this looks completely different. Like trying to compare. The overhangs on this one are ever so slightly cleaner, I think, though. Like in terms of layer stacking. Okay. I think we'll see better on the wolf. I think we'll see more differences on the wolf, maybe. Let's try the wolf. Yeah, it's very close. It's very close. So I'd figure silk filament, like 0.2, like for those there. Like 0.2 millimeter layer height, speed profile, silk filament. That would probably be like the filament that shows it the most, I think. Because silk filament kind of like when you print it at different speeds, you get different finishes. And you can kind of tell it with this model. And then all the different facets give you like more variation for speed surfaces. So send to Canuck. So let's give this a try. See how that works. See how that works. Well, this is a Mark 4S, and this is a. Did we build this one? No, we didn't build this one. This one came out of a kit. This is a pre-assembled Mark 4S that is completely untouched from the factory. So. Are we printing? Yeah, we are printing. We are printing. Okay. I think that's the thing. Like, it's kind of funny. I think we've talked about this on the channel before. I really think we're at the point when it comes to consumer level 3D printers where we are nitpicking so many details that are showing up that are just so hard to nail down, like VFA issues and whatnot, because I think the modern printers are too good. Like, I know it sounds a little weird, but I think it's because modern printers are so good compared to the days of like clapped out enders running on V wheels that were like ground to shit and like incorrectly set and everything. Old printers had so much kind of like jank to them that they hid a lot of the issues that are very common in 3D printing that are like nature of the beast kind of stuff, like VFAs and belt teeth showing in the like teeth patterns and whatnot. I think it's because older printers were just so clapped together and janky that like it just kind of hid it all, and we kind of just, you know, oh, it's a good print. But now that like modern printers, they're, you know, we have much more rigid frames. They're built out of better materials. Like everything's just better. Now all of a sudden, like stuff that was always there is just, you know, hidden by other defects are now visible. So that's like my tinfoil hat conspiracy, because these are all things that I see in like all the modern printers I take a look at. Yeah. Why are you beeping at me? Why are you detecting a collision when homing? Oh, because the filament's tugging on you, that's why. There we go. So yeah, it's one of those things, I think. Are you good? Do nozzle cleaning, nozzle cleaning. Try something. Well, that's why I'm trying the this guy. We've already done this one because we got surfaces that are like much more flatter. We've got a bunch of different angular direction changes, different layer times. So this is the print we're doing now. Because in the print that Prusa showed off, let me find it here. Because when they showed off this for the first time, let me find it here. Where is that? Where did they tease it? Did they tease it on this thing? Where was it? Did Joe tease it maybe? Gotta find where it is. Okay, where is it? Where is it? Yeah. Oh yeah, this. Yeah, because when you look at it like this, it's very noticeable. Very noticeable. I wonder if it's because I'm doing this on a Mark IV. It's not... I mean, this can't just be a Mark IV dependent thing. Or a Core 1 dependent thing. Maybe it's only affected... Maybe it's like a Core 1 thing. Maybe it's only on the Core 1. Like, the Mark IV just doesn't have this issue, maybe. So. I've used clear ETC. Oh, that's true. Like, it could be that. Because on here, it's very noticeable. This is on a Core 1. But you'd think this would be an issue that would affect all printers. But hey, at least now we got a data point that, hey, this isn't really a big improvement on the Mark IV. So if I run this test on my Core 1s, there we go. Because that's something we got to do on the Core 1s. We got to do the update with the belt tuning. So we're going to play around with that tomorrow as well, I think. I got to figure out what color I'm painting the wall. Do I want to do gray? Do I just want to leave it gray or go with a darker gray? Or like a red? No, I don't think red would work. What color should I paint this wall? I'm just going to paint this little section of the wall. I'm not painting the whole base of the whole room. I have no idea what color to paint this wall. I have no color with. Come on. Go middle gray. I mean, I think I might still have some of the paint that I used for the garage left over. Only on the Core 1 because of the Yeah, it might just be a Core 1 issue. I mean, it is what it is. Sort the lights first. Yeah, true. The problem is if I put the lights up, then I got to take them down. All our walls were gray for judging color. What kind of gray though? Like a darker gray or a lighter gray? Because this is a pretty light gray. Like this is a pretty light gray. Like it's a pretty light gray. By the way, this is my accent light right now. So it's a pretty light gray. There we go. Go with anthracite. I mean, I could do anthracite gray. I could just I got a couple spools of PETG anthracite gray left over. I'll just print a bunch of 600 by 600 1mm thick sheets and put that on the wall. That work? Belt detector. Flashes the light while it vibrates. The belt, the wizard needs some work. Yeah, I want to play around with that 18% gray. 18% gray. Let's take a look at that. I'll let you guys watch the print while we do this. 18%. Where's percent symbol on this? There we go. Gray. Is it GRAY or EY? Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll just print this off and stick it on the wall. I mean, the wall's gonna be covered with stuff. This is a slightly bluish gray, I think. It's a little on the lighter color. Let me see what I have. Let me see what I have left over. Let's see what I have for leftover paints. I think I got rid of most of it, though, to be honest. Because I went through and cleared out a bunch of the old paint. Life Master. What color are you? You're green. You're rust. You're beige. You're mild wind. You are that. I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't have any leftover paint in the garage. Yeah, nope. Nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope. I'd have to buy paint. I would have to buy paint. I mean, I could just buy a little can because it's just a wall. So it's not like I need a ton. So. Gray in Europe, gray in North America. Like it's not like there's a lot of grays though. Like what is there like 50-ish somewhat shades of gray or something like that? I don't know. It's gray is gray, right? I've got so many of these little stupid sample spools I gotta throw away. I need to like seriously do like a filament inventory and clear out a bunch of stuff that's just been collecting dust. Like, also I have like 5 spools of yellow PET G that I have no idea what I'm gonna do with. I kind of want to do a darker gray. It is going to be a bit annoying because I'm going to cut it off right here. Or like right here. SW 7018 Dovedale. What is that? SW 7018 Dovetail. It's like I don't think so. I don't think so. Checkerboard. I don't want the background being too busy. That's the thing. Like I've got like I'm much more of a fan of a cleaner, simplistic studio setup. That's like my thing. Pantone charcoal gray. Ooh, I kind of like that. Pantone charcoal gray. That's kind of nice. We'll do that. I will go buy a can of charcoal gray, and tomorrow on stream we will paint. Paint it black. Black might not work. Black might be a little too much. Plus, I got to take down the Gundam anyways because I got to build it up on the video. So, what we might do is I'll take the Gundam down, paint the wall, film the video of me putting the Gundam back up, and then on like Monday, yeah. What sheen? Eggshell. We do eggshell. Eggshell for everything. Do we need to watch the Linus complaining about paint video? Pantone charcoal gray. I will take a picture of this so I don't forget. There we go. What sheen? Charlie? Okay, so we got a little bit. I'm gonna have to end the stream a little early today because I do have some stuff to do with the fam, so I gotta make some early dinner. But what are we gonna do for the last little bit of stream? I found this. So this is like, I kind of wanted to start doing dumb projects on the channel, and part of it is like I want to do dumb projects on Twitch that I then make into videos for the YouTube channel. And this is idea number 1. So, where did I put it? I know it's in here somewhere. Come on. Really? Really? Did I lose it? How did I lose it? Oh, no? Okay, look, maybe if I turn the light on, I can find it. Fun fact, it's easier to find stuff with lights on. There you are. Okay. Aha. Okay. So, here is dumb idea to do on the channel, on the Twitch channel 1. Let me get this out here. Watch that while I do this. So for those that don't know, I've been building a giant Gundam. It is in the background right now. And part of that build involved printing a lot of filament. So much filament in so fact that I have like a couple dozen empty spools of Prusament. Okay? And Prusament is a pretty nice filament. I like it. But they also come on pretty nice spool holders. I can grab one right here. So, here's the idea. Here's the idea. Okay. Zoom this out a little bit. So, this is one of those spindles off of those like shitty 3018 CNCs. Okay, I've got like 2 of these. Okay. So this is just a 24 volt DC motor essentially. It's a spindle, but it's a motor. Okay. It has a collet on it, but I'd probably take it off. Okay. And then you have a controller to drive it, but I also happen to have one of these, which is a just a generic motor driver. Okay. So this way it's a pot, so you can quickly adjust how fast it goes. Power in, power out. Simple as that. And it gives you a little on-off switch. I don't know why there's 2 different high and low, but there's high and low. And then you have your filament spool that you take apart because they're just pressed together. Ooh. Oh yeah, don't eat these. So you have your spools, and the idea is that this plus a rotating thing plus some sort of... Do you get where I'm going? Do you get where I'm going? I want to build a thing that shoots these and, well, launches them. And it'd be kind of fun to have a whole bunch of these on a stack and just like... and see how far we can launch them. Basically make a disc launcher. And I don't think it would be that hard. Because you can gear this. I think I have 2 of these. So I could do a left and a right. Like have one. But I think because you want these to spin. So I think what you have to do is have like, I need to get a whiteboard for sketching. I think what you would do is you would have like a spinning motor or a spinning surface that's like printed in TPU or whatever, either attached directly or belted to the motor. So this spins, and then you have like a guide. So essentially this gets pushed in, catches, and it's pushed against like a wall that spins it around, and then it launches out. I think that would be fun to make. And I think we're going to try doing that on Twitch. Or at least like building it on Twitch, getting it working, and then I'll turn that into a video on the channel. Because I've been trying to figure out how to like change stuff on the channel in ways I like doing it, because my big problem is if I don't find it fun, I don't do it. Which is why I don't do a lot of videos on the channel, because I don't find recording videos fun. But I don't want to do, and I have noticed this, the problem with streaming on YouTube is I just end up streaming on YouTube. And the problem is you don't grow an audience streaming on YouTube. You have to already have an audience, or take like clips from your stream, and like, you can't grow an audience just streaming on YouTube. So I think a good middle ground is to still do our YouTube stuff normally, but just kind of fuck around on Twitch. And then occasionally that stuff becomes videos. I think that would be pretty fun. Because I have like all kinds of spare parts from 3D printer kits that we can reuse. So I'm sure we can figure something out. I have actually a bunch of electric motors if this is too big or too small. So I think that would be fun to do. What do you think, class? You think that would be fun? Why women live longer. Well, these aren't that sharp. These aren't that sharp. There's no cutting surface on these. So I'm not too concerned. I think I have I have a whole bunch of electric motors because thing is I don't know which one would be like. I've got that one. I've got this little guy here. I think this was out of like a printer. I don't know. So, anyways, long story short, follow me on Twitch. If you're not following me on Twitch, Nero3D on Twitch is the Twitch. That's the Twitch channel. I have so much random. It is hilarious because I've been going through like my storage, like my storage closet and whatnot, because like I've been doing 3D printers now for how long has it been? Since late 2017. And I've been doing like kits and open source printers so 2018. And it's like I have accrued so much random electronic crap over the years. It's insane how much like random electronic crap I've managed to build up just in like random storage bins and whatnot. Like I've got solenoids, I've got DRVs, I've got light sensors, I've got a whole strip of MOSFETs. What kind? I have no idea. And that's just one random bin. I've got like a dozen Arduinos. Because who doesn't have a dozen Arduinos? Ramps. I think I threw out a bunch of ramps. Did I print the part I designed? No, I have not printed the part I designed. This is where we're at. So it's two parts. We have the holder, and then we have the thing. One, we're gonna call that the holder, and the diffuser. Did I spell it wrong? I did. Whatever. Save as mesh. STL. Okay. We're going to save this to documents. Sure. Save. Okay, diffuser. Save as mesh. Okay. Diffuser. Save. Documents. There we go. So it can't print it on a Mark IV, but it'll print on the XL or the Venture XL or any of my other Vorons for the most part. Quite a few printers that could do 250, but yeah. So that's kind of the idea. So there's the diffuser. And there is that. Easy peasy. Orientate my parts. I will. Kind of annoying that it doesn't quite fit. Oh, it does fit. It does just barely fit on an XL or on a Mark IV. There we go. About the Twitch sub. Yeah, Twitch Prime. That's the one thing I like about Twitch is it's got the Twitch Primes. I really wish YouTube had a thing where you could use your YouTube. If you had YouTube Premium, you could. I'm sorry, this is really bugging me. I gotta fix it. When I'm standing here, my head should be in the upper, like on the line for the upper third, and I'm ever so slightly above it. So I gotta. 1 second. So that's the thing. So right now you would see the light. Now you would see where the lights are. There we go. That makes it, there we go. Now I'm happy. Okay. Now I'm happy with the framing. My eye line is right on the upper third line. There we go. There you go. So you're gonna see the LED strip now. You would see where it comes through. It's basically boom, boom. So now I need to dry my clear PETG. It's in the garage. I got to bring it in. I'll do that tonight. So dry that. Try printing those. Print a diffuser. Test it. See how it works, and it works. Same with the Mando helmet. Yeah. Well, the Gundam head will fit right on. Like, where am I going to put the Mando head now? Let's see here. If you're wondering, here's the Gundam head. So it's gonna look up at the sky because there we go. Because it's not balanced properly. But there's the Gundam, or the head of the Gundam. I just don't put it on because the head's got a bit of weight to it because it's got an 18650 in it. It's got a battery. So I just don't put it on because I don't have the backpack on. So this whole upper body is like cranked back because it's not standing right. So because the stand is kind of, I gotta fiddle with it. Here, I'll put the, there we go. There, you happy? It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell if it looks any better or not. Go. I really got to sort this out. I don't like right now the two monitors that I'm using to watch chat in my OBS are like not how I normally have it set up, and it's kind of annoying me. Because the problem is I normally have, because this is like a set where I actually have room, I don't have like 5 monitors in my face. So I can't I have chat on, like, here, I'll show you. So like right now, you guys are on like a crappy Dell that I have vertical with it's like 150% scaling, so I can see chat. The problem is I don't see my live YouTube feedback, so I can't actually see the stream from YouTube. I got OBS on that other screen there, so I can at least see the live view of like OBS, so I can make sure I'm actually, you know, live. I can actually see what the cameras are on and what scenes. But now I can't actually see how like the stream's doing. I have no idea how many people are in chat. How many people are on the stream right now? How many? 212. Okay. Hey, like the smash button. We're gonna be doing a giveaway, giving away some free filament from Polymaker. I'm sure you would love to win that. In fact, you are gonna win that. Believe in yourself or not. Don't believe in yourself. Believe in me, because I believe in you that you are going to win that filament. So enter now. And while you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, ring the bell. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. I'm gonna take this apart now and steal parts out of this. Can I take this apart? How are you even held in there? What a mess. Oh wow, this is falling apart. Just want to steal the motor out of here because I'm not going to use it anymore. How do you enter? I mean, oh shoot, I never pinned it. I never pinned it in chat. There's a link in the video description. I think I typed it in chat, but I didn't pin it. Enter to win a spool of Polymaker printer chow. Link in the video description. There you go. Look. Place pin message. There you go. Enter, win, consume. How are you supposed to get these screws out? Do I just break it? Ew, it's all greasy. Okay, play with that. Yeah. Imagine. Is Polymaker here? I haven't seen Polymaker in chat. The worldwide? Anywhere Polymaker ships. So pretty much Canada, US, EU, Aussie land. Pretty much if Polymaker ships to you, you will get filament if you win. Simple as that. You just need to enter. I don't need to know where you live. I don't need to know anything about you. I just need you to answer the question in the thing just to make sure you are a human. And then also, yeah, your email. I don't do anything with them. They just sit in a Google Doc until I do the giveaway, and then they're deleted. Is there anything else in 3D printing that we should be yapping about right now? Anything else? I'm just scrolling through the socials to see if there's any like news or anything to talk about. Because we're going to be ending the stream at 4:30. We're going to do the giveaway if you haven't entered yet. At 4:30, we're doing the giveaway. The enhancement. Yeah, we talked about that on Tuesday, I believe. The easy print thing, where now you can print from anything, like, or you can print to pretty much. I'm pretty sure it's like a default like clipper thing, because I'm pretty sure pretty much all the printers you can remotely print to are clipper printers. Can you do it with Bamboo? Like, can you send a print with Easy Print to a Bamboo? I don't know. I don't have any Bamboos online to try, and I have no desire to plug them back in. So. It works with Octoprint? Okay. They have a profile, but you can't send. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Bamboo really locked down. They only want what they want talking to their machine. They want full control of the ecosystem. Because, you know, why have you do things for free when they could sell you it? Because money! Money, money, money! Money, money, money! Send it the SD card. I mean, then you still have to, like, remotely log into it and then print, maybe? I don't know. Gets more and more features in the future. I mean, they're working on stuff, so that's always good. What is going on? Oh, is there a new maker? Oh, there is new Gamer Sups merch. If you're interested in that, I just got the notification that it's public now. So if you're into that sort of thing, Gamer Sups has new merch. Or if you're, you know, just thirsty, get some Gamer Sups, use code Canuck, save 10%. Good stuff. Sneaker net is the new innovation with bamboo. We gotta be going forward, not backward. Back to the drawers, so don't lose them. I found a Raspberry Pi Zero on the floor when I was cleaning up this room. Remember when nobody could get their hands on Raspberry Pis, and now it's like, I found one on the floor. It's gonna be really annoying repainting the wall in here because I can't paint it all because I'd have to take stuff down, and I'm not going to. So it's just gonna be like this one random wall behind me is gray. And it's literally the cutoff line is gonna be like right here. Because I can't go any further than this, because right here is my shelf, and this shelf is bolted to the wall, and I'm not unbolting it from the wall, because to unbolt it from the wall, I'd also have to move that shelf because they're pushed up against each other. So it's just gonna be from like here to like that corner is gonna be dark gray. And ooh, we have a visitor. Squish. We had a visitor. Yeah, remember dropping that. Bring what to 3D Printopia? What? Oh yeah, when is 3D Printopia? It's like 2 weekends, right? Not this weekend, not the weekend. Wait, how much time do we have for 3D Printopia? So it's the weekend tomorrow, and then the weekend after that, and then 3D Printopia. Okay. Oh, the Pi Zero? I need it. Well, I don't know if I need it right now, but I'm keeping it. I'm going to use it for something. I also think I have like 2 or 3 Pi 4s. I've yet to buy a Pi 5, but I have a couple Pi 4s. It's like, as soon as they got back in stock during the shortage during COVID, I bought a bunch of them. But now like every printer comes with a Pi equivalent, so I haven't needed them. So I think like one I have plugged into a TV for like Kodi or something. If you could design a filament, what would you want? Probably a good black ABS or ASA with like red sparkle. Something like that. Because like Polymaker has a bunch of creator filaments, but they're PLA, and I don't print PLA. Well, I do, but not a lot of it. So like if somebody's gonna ask me like, oh, hey, we're gonna make a custom filament, I would want a really good red, or correction, a really good black, either ABS or ASA, not a blend, an actual like pure ABS or ASA, made out of like a good resin, so like MG94 or something. And then just like a little bit of like red glitter in it or something. Not a crazy amount, but just enough that like when the light hits it, you see it kind of thing. Skip the Raspberry Pi 5, the Intel N100 NUCs are better for me and more. Well, that's the same price. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Raspberry Pis have gotten more powerful, yeah, but the prices have also crept up, and it's like, at that point, you kind of might as well just buy like a cheap PC. Like, the only real advantage for like the Pi, I know like during the Pi shortage, a bunch of people were buying like old desktop computers to use as machines to run Clipper for their 3D printers. But I think what a lot of people didn't like take into account was the power draw. Yeah, you can, you know, for the price of like an $80 Raspberry Pi, you can buy a cheap old desktop from like a bargain bin or reseller or something. You can buy like a cheap desktop easily. That's multitudes more powerful. But a Raspberry Pi runs off like, you know, a 5-volt preamp wall wart versus a computer with a, you know, a couple 100-watt power supply. And yeah, you're not, you know, hitting full draw running Clipper, controlling a 3D printer, but you're still using a lot more power than a Raspberry Pi, especially at idle. So you save a bit of money, and yeah, you got more power, but that extra power is being turned into heat, which is going to cost you in the long run. So the only time it really makes sense is if you plan on running multiple printers off of like one Clipper MCU, essentially, one Clipper controller. So, like, in my opinion, like the Raspberry Pi 6, they got to figure out how to like not have the price be that much more. especially than the Pi 5, because the Pi 5's like, how much is a Pi 5 in Canada? Because here's the thing, I have a Big Tree Tech Pad 5, I think it is. So it's got the touchscreen on it, and it's like 640 by 480 or whatever the widescreen resolution is for that size. And right now I have a CM4 on the back of it, and I'm like, this would be a fun little thing to make my own little like emulator Steam Deck with it, right? And I've been looking at getting like a CM5 because, you know, I have like a random idea. Like I've got a whole bunch of random ideas that never get made into anything because they just stick as ideas. But like, you know the Pokedex? You know the Pokedex? Everyone knows what a Pokedex is, okay? Well, with how like useful certain LLMs are when trained properly, especially smaller sized ones, it would be fun to build up like a little tablet, like little survivalist tablet that has a little screen on it, a speaker and a camera or whatever, and just have it trained on like survivalist data and have it be solar powered or whatever. And like, you could do it for different scenarios, but it'd be like, hey, this is like, hey, you're lost in the woods. You could take a picture of a flower and it'll tell you about the flower, if you can eat it or not. And, oh, hey, how do I, you know, I have these supplies. What can I use to make a tent or cook food or whatever? And have it just like, have a little basic LLM in it that's like completely trained on survival stuff, nature stuff, and like stuff to keep you from going crazy, so it could tell stories and shit and be like a little survivalist little tablet or something. Like, because you always see it in the movies, right? Like character crashes on an alien planet and they have like their little PDA that tells them all. It'd be cool to try and make one of those using modern, like what we have right now. Yeah, like a Hitchhiker's Guide. Like basically, like you always see it in sci-fi where they have that little tablet that tells them everything. And it'd be like, can we start doing that now, kind of thing? Do not trust. Oh, Steve, believe me, we don't trust clankers here. We don't trust clankers here. But it's a fun thought process kind of thing. Like it's a fun thought process thing. But the thing was, like, I have this thing. Let me go grab it. Let me go grab it. Where is it? I think it's up in my computer room. Hey, puppy. I am the only one home. There it is. I have you now. Okay, I'm back. And it's funny because I did actually buy some stuff for this. Again, it didn't get much beyond the random idea phase. There's that one. Yeah. But like, the idea was to make it out of like a lot of just COTS hardware. So you have this guy, which is a Pad 5, I believe. It's got a CM4 on it. So you got a touch screen, you got USBs, HDMI, you got all the GPIO. You pair it with like dual 18650s or something. You have like a solar panel attachment or whatever so it can charge. These don't use a ton of power. And basically have it like set up as like a very limited AI buddy off-grid kind of thing. So that was kind of the idea. And I've never gone beyond just like, I have a dual 18650 battery holder and this. So yeah, it's not an AI, it's an LLM. It's an ink. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, this I already had. Big Tree Tech sent me this, so I already had it. But yeah, e-ink would make more sense. There are ways to do it better, but I'm trying to like, you know, just using off-the-shelf stuff in a 3D printed case kind of thing. Because like, you know, I could, you know, hit up PCB Wave for a sponsorship if it works and do it properly. But it'd be kind of fun to have like a, you know, something roughly about this big with a screen on it, a camera, a microphone. It can be charged. It can run completely off grid. You're stuck in a survivalist situation. Again, this is all just like a hypothetical thought experiment. And, you know, a big problem, especially if you're by yourself, is keeping your sanity. Well, now you have something to talk to. Yes, I know people go crazy talking to LLMs thinking they're conscious. They are not. They are just predictive text machines that are really good at regurgitating. That's the problem with it. They can't train yet. They can't, it doesn't learn. It doesn't adapt. It just regurgitates stuff it already knows. It's good at pattern recognition. That's about it. But hey, I'm stuck in the woods. I'm all by myself. At least I have something. Like that was kind of the idea. So, because remember, especially if it's designed just to like communicate, it doesn't need to be that fast. It just needs to be able to talk at the rate a human talks, right? So yeah, you're not getting like, you know, 80 tokens a second, but humans don't talk at 80 tokens a second. So Wilson, yeah, Wilson, put it in a basketball. So yeah, that was kind of the idea, and it got this far. So I was looking at getting a CM5 for this, but buyapie.ca. Who could tell me why buyapie didn't work? Buyapie. There we go. Ooh, you can get 16 gigs of RAM. So let's CM5. How much is a CM5? You even have CM5s? 188 bucks. 4 gigs, 32. Yeah, $100. That's the thing. Like, it's like $100 for a CM5. And I think this is a like a 1 or 2 gig CM4. Doesn't even have eMMC. Draw time? Yeah, let's do a draw. Let's do a draw. Let's do a giveaway. So yeah, this might be something we faff around with on the Twitter as well. Is like, what is the most low cost, low power draw way of running a LLM that is completely off grid, can fit not quite in a pocket, but is like lightweight, has a camera on it for object recognition, and a speaker for talking, and a mic, obviously, and some sort of display. What is the absolute, like, minimum viable product using cheap commercial off-the-shelf hardware that we can go with? That was kind of the idea. And we'll call it Wilson, because it's designed to keep you from going insane. Okay, let's do this giveaway. Let's do this giveaway. Unfortunately, I don't really have... There we go. Okay, so... Oh no! I have completely screwed up. I don't have marbles installed on this computer. Give me a moment. I need to install marbles. We need marbles. We can't do this without marbles. EcoFlow collab. The problem, no, like the problem with EcoFlow is it's too big. I have a 600 watt power bank. The power bank is this big, and the solar panels are as big as this table. I want something that is literally no bigger than this. Something that can fit in a pack, and like, it can charge enough during the day that it's usable at night. Like, it needs to be something that you can put in like a survival pack. Ooh, I gotta log into Steam. 1 second here. Don't want you. Let's see the keyboard. There we go. And now they emailed me a code. Gotta install marbles. We can't do this without marbles. Steam support. Your password is 543DA. There we go. Same thing I put on my luggage. Okay, library. Why are you downloading 3D Mark? Why are you transferring? Okay. Library. Marbles. Marbles on Steam. Install. How is the Marbles game 9 gigs? How is Marbles 9 gigs? Apple Mac Mini. Apple Mac Mini, I think, draws too much power. Like, that's why I was thinking like a Raspberry Pi, because you can run LLMs on a, you can run like a 2 or 3 B LLM on a Raspberry Pi relatively quick enough to converse with, I think. I mean, on the bright side, you know, the joy of gigabit, you know, having a gigabyte internet connection, it downloads pretty quick. So I got that going for me, which is nice. It's downloading at 760 megabits per second. Taste. I thought like the way you're supposed to, for Steve Weatherman there, talking to the others. So Steve's, I thought, like, from my understanding, at least the way I was told, when you're like, if you're in a survival situation, if you come across a food and you need to know if it's edible, it's like, first thing you do is like touch it against like a part of this, like the back of your hand or something, and then wait like an hour or two. And then if you don't react, you put some in your mouth, you like chew it, you swish it around, you spit it out. And then you wait a couple hours, see if there's any reaction, and then you eat a small piece, and then wait a couple hours, see if there's a reaction, and then you like, you can slowly consume it over like a little bit before you know it's good. I thought touch was the first thing. There's a whole process for figuring out if stuff's edible, because it's like they'll joke about the old days. You just, you know, everyone ate something and then, oh, Ugg died. Okay, Ugg died. No mushroom, bad. Like no, it's like there is a procedure. Okay, let's do this giveaway. Ooh, okay, good. I didn't dox everyone. Link to sheets, create. Okay, so published, no more accepting responses. Save. Okay, so copy that, control copy. Okay, notepad. I love when I open Notepad and there's like 20 different things. Yes, I know you can't open all these things. Don't save. There we go, okay. Notepad, Control V. File, save. Save as, we're gonna save this to desktop. Your name in chat, there you go, that'll work. Where is it? File, save as. Where is it? Fresh. There it is. Okay. Okay. So that is that. And now we can play marbles. Play marbles on Steam. Back of the hand, then lips. Oh, lips first. That's right. Lips, and then tongue. Swish it around, spit it out. Yeah, there's a whole methodology of it. I did like a survivalist like crash course years ago, and that was part of it. Accept. Please sign in. Oh, jeez. I gotta sign into Twitch. 1 second. There we go. It's annoying. The marbles game is like meant for Twitch, but you can use it on YouTube. Because what we do is I just copy all the names. So we go names, random. Use custom names, add names, clear. Open. Desktop. Or name in chat. Ooh, okay, I gotta fix this. 1 second. Maybe that's why I didn't save. File. Save as. Oh, yeah. Why did you not save properly? Entries. It's a text document. Save. Like, it's just a text document. Open. Desktop. It's not opening a text document. 1 second here. Word? WordPad? Okay, why is Notepad not OV? File. Save as. Entries. Save. Yes. Okay, open. I mean, okay, what really sucks is what the heck? Like, literally. It's like, no entries, text document. Why isn't it working? 1 second here. 1 second here. Settings. Cancel. Audio, game board, creator, no. Video, no. Back. Start and exit. Erase. Add, use custom names. Add names, open. It's a text document. How is... Okay. Wait. Refresh. Like, it's literally just a text document. File, save as. It's just a text document. Yeah, it's just Notepad. It's just, just Notepad. Notepad. Entries.txt. Why aren't you... Yeah, Notepad. This is weird. Because it's just Notepad. Why is Notepad not working? Save. Text document, yeah. File. Save entries. Yes. Okay. Like, this is the exact same setup I have in the other computer. Like, literally, the exact same setup I have in the other computer. I use a notepad, I save the names to a notepad, and then I just load the notepad. And it works. Erase. Add names. Open. I don't know why this isn't working. Okay, I guess we are not going to use Notepad. All right, I guess we're not going to do marbles. That's annoying. Okay, I guess we're not doing marbles. Wheel of names it is. Wheel of names. That's annoying. Okay, Wheel of Names. Somebody give me a number between 5 and 12. I need a number between 5 and 12. I need a number between 5 and 12. I need a number between 5 and 12. 5, that is a number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Round and round it goes. Where it stops, the computer already knows, because there is no randomness in a computer. The winner is bump ba bump ba bump ba. I didn't see a winner. There was no name there. Let's try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go! And the winner is bump ba bump ba bump ba. Please be a name, Clifty. Clifty. Are there like empty names? Is there like? No, but you look, there's a couple empty ones. There's empty ones. Anyways, congratulations, Cliff D. Let me pull you up on the list here. Control F, Control V. There you are. Control copy. Okay, we'll do this giveaway quick. Go. It's kind of annoying that the wheel of the I couldn't do the marbles. I gotta figure out what's going on. What I'm gonna do, I'm just literally gonna send me the notepad that I use on the other computer, and I'm just gonna email it to me and put it on this computer, and then I'll use that. Because if it works on the other computer, it's gotta work on this computer. Like if the document works on that computer, I'll just use it on this computer. Like if it works, right? Copy, control paste. Okay. So much for ending the stream at 4:30, eh? Like I gotta doing some stuff with the family tonight. I'll make dinner. There we go. Okay. So we are gonna call it there. We're gonna call it there. I hope you enjoyed the stream today. Today's stream, honestly, the goal of today's stream was more just kind of test out the studio setup down here on an actual YouTube stream instead of just like a hanging out Twitch stream. So that was kind of the goal of today's stream. I honestly had like no plans going in other than test this the new slicer, which I have no idea. We're gonna have to play around with it on the Core 1. Tomorrow we'll probably be back out on the garage door. Windows 11. They're both running Windows 11. Both computers are running the newest Windows, and they both updated the other night. So, so I'm happy everything works. I'm gonna actually watch the stream after I finish to see how the quality is, because the problem is I don't actually see what you guys see. I see what OBS sees. And I still got to move some stuff around. I got to paint the walls. Hopefully the next time we stream in here, the Gundam will be built. And then I can start figuring out how to put stuff up on the walls. We'll do some, I gotta put some shells. Do some 3D printed shells or something. So yeah, so we're gonna call it there. I want to give a shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament we gave away this stream and every stream. Links for all of them and more in the video description. Some of them, like Gamer Subs, 3D Gloop, use code Canuck, save some money. And for those that donate to the channel, gifted memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. Would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create, without your continued support. You make it all possible. It is Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe out there. Wash your hands. And I will see you in the future. Good night. There we go. Oh, okay, I gotta play with the buttons because I don't hit the mute when I do that out here. Okay, anyways, mute. Bye.